So the idea is to become the star of your story, right? Like we mentioned this already. Um, you being at the best position in your life is going to come from you realizing and actualizing that you are the cause and the matter of your life becoming great. A lot of us, we think about the hard work is really about the hard work. So today is more about going through the hard work. Who do you need to become? Who must you be in order to have? Like we all know the ideology of be, do, have. And it's a real thing that it's probably not going to ever leave as long as you live on this earth. That as a human, you care about having, but God cares about you being. In order for you to have something, you must be something. In order for your dreams and things that you want to come to fruition to be manifested. And having that main character energy, understanding that the world does revolve around you, your world revolves around you. If you don't get up and go out and do the things that you need to do, connect with the people that will help you move in the direction that you truly want it to be in, then guess what? Your life is not going to pan out the way you want it. I think we kind of understand that, right? If that's clear, put clear in the chat. Right? I think that that's clear at this point. So when we say you are the star of your movie, you are the star of your story, you are the one that's creating, you are the one that's manifesting. You ever been through something where you said, I knew that was going to happen? Yeah, you were so rooted in that thought that you manifested. It doesn't just work like that, but energy. I'm telling you right now, write down the word energy. Put the word energy down. Energy, that's going to be the biggest deal because this world is frequency based. So the energy that you put into that message where you knew something wasn't going to work out, that energy was so powerful that it manifested. That's really what's happening. The dollars that you have in your account is a transfer of energy. You've put a certain amount of energy in to a task and you've gotten something out of it as a result. Make sense? So I want these foundational principles to be at the forefront because most people think that it's about working harder. They think it's about some hack. They think it's about some sort of secret. There aren't any secrets to success. There are only systems. This world is systematic. Another word for system is math, mathematic, right? So this world is mathematical. One plus one equals two. You do something, you get something. You do nothing, you get nothing. Like, and still getting nothing is still something. So the way you do one thing is how you do everything, and everything that you can think of is happening at the same time in the spectrum of life. So let's follow along and pick this up because I know this is not rocket science, but this is also not the average information that you're going to receive. So therefore, it's going to sound a little bit like, okay, where's this going? But everything that you want is on the inside of you already. You already have it. You already possess it. When you go on vacation, what is it that you're really looking to achieve on vacation? You're looking to achieve peace of mind, relaxation, the ability to be comfortable knowing that you have no worries. But how many times are you going on vacation and you bring all of your worries with you? So when you look at it, it's like, where are the problems? Where are the issues? Where are the solutions? Where is everything happening? If you was to look at somebody else right now on the street, you would just see the person. But how do you know what's going on with their lives? If you look at this person on the street, look at these people on the street, how do you know what's going on with their lives? You don't know unless they tell you. So whatever you're telling yourself is what's actually manifesting. Whatever you're telling yourself, the energy that you're putting forth is what is bringing about the manifestation. It's not the only thing, but it's a big component. So the idea that everybody has innately, whether they realize it or not, it's a subconscious thing. You are looking to become more effective in less time. That is your goal. Your goal is to become more effective in less time, whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not. That is what you are doing. So if you can understand what you are doing, if you can get ahead of what you are doing, You can now become more effective in less time, which ultimately means the same thing that took you 3 years to do, you could do it in 3 days. How many of us, I'm gonna go get my LLC, I'm gonna start this business, but 3 years went by? 3 years went by. What if you could take that same 3 years and turn it into a 3 day process? How much more time could you have to yourself? When you think about the grand scheme of it, think about it this way: everybody is going to have a chance and an opportunity to show their greatness, a chance for the opportunity to show up. Everybody's going to get their opportunity, but what are you going to do with yours? Are you going to be prepared or not? So the idea is to get yourself so prepared that no matter what comes your way, you are manifesting what it is that you want in record time, because you are doing things in the moment when things are in the moment that are happening, because that's where everything is happening. And not in reality, I want us to remove the timeline of years. Get rid of the years out of your mind, because the years are holding you back. But if you're like 30, how many days have you spent? If you're 30, you probably spent 11,000 days. That's more impactful than 30 years. If you're 60, you probably spent 22,000 days. You mean to tell me out of 22,000 days, you couldn't complete the objectives that you wanted to complete? Uh-oh, wait a minute, I'm starting. Wait a minute, I think I might offend somebody. Hopefully it's not you. So the timeline is happening in moments. But don't let so many moments go by before the next big moment happens. Because the next big moment is literally tomorrow. It's literally right now. It's literally today. It's happening here in the now. If you would like to change your reality of your now, you have to change your nouns, your persons, your places, your things. So let's just go through a timeline really quick. I'm just gonna breeze past through this, because this is what's shaping us. The timeline is what's shaping us. When I was young, lost my parents, went to 7 different schools in 9 years. I graduated salutatorian and student athlete of the year, regardless of all of this happening. So you have to understand that you must get through what you're going through. That is part of this blessing. That is part of living. You must get through. Everybody's going to die. Wake up and realize that. Get over it. It doesn't mean don't. It doesn't mean don't be in your space of grieving and healing, but don't let it be the thing that stop you. My mom, before my mom passed away, she said, never let my sickness become your weakness. Some of us are creating sicknesses within ourselves and allowing it to become our weakness. Some of us are eating so poorly that years down the line, we're suffering from it. See, we don't want to pay with our dollar and get the healthy food. We rather pay with our health and lose years of our life. I don't know if they're ready for that conversation, right? That was me. During my time, obviously, I'm not going to go through every piece of this timeline. You can look at it. But during this time, I lost over 55 pounds in 41 days, because literally I had gastroesophageal reflux disease that was cancerous. It turned into cancer. And I had one choice, one option: either start eating fruits and vegetables predominantly, or just count your days, brother. That's really what was given to me. During this time, right before I was diagnosed, my brothers and I, we got our very first real estate deal. In the very first real estate deal, and we sold the property for 1.2. And this was a big opportunity that literally catapulted us this way to where we are right now. So every moment matters. And thank you to everybody involved in that deal. Tremendous. During this time, I thought about when I was doing graphics for Netflix and Roku, and I was at my job where I lost over 45 pounds in 51 days. How do I become more effective with my time? So we using business funding. We went and we got an apartment. We get the apartment set up, and this apartment was for Airbnb. Literally, the first time we made $2,000 of Airbnb, I was stopped. I was stoked. I was like, literally, like, wow, this is mind blowing. So not only did I make an extra $2,000, listen to what I'm saying. I made an extra $2,000. Not really doing much more than what I was doing already. Anyway, so we started teaching classes on that, and it became a business funding class to show people how to use the business funding to get assets to be able to create cash flow. Make sense? Now, during this time, once again, we created this community, the Mailbox Millionaire Academy, where it's like one of the best communities on the planet. Personal development, business development, allowing you to take yourself and put yourself in a position of power, not only purchasing cash flow and assets such as storage facilities, but being able to monetize your experience. Like, who you are, the things that you've gone through, and be able to express who you are to help other people has been tremendous. And on the left side, this is a picture of me when I was doing graphics and videography, photography. And then on the right side is like the Airbnbs. And it was amazing, amazing run. Here's one of the Airbnbs that we had. And all the reviews. Once again, this is me being natural. So this is where I first started to realize you can get paid to be you. Somebody put into the chat, I'm getting paid to be me. That is the idea. I want you to get paid to be you, but you have a gift that you may not realize will give you your goal. I'm telling you right now, your gifts will give you your goal. This is not a fact. This is not a fiction. This is a fact. Okay. So your gift will give you your goal. When you look at these reviews, these are a lot of these reviews were paragraph reviews. I didn't ask anybody to leave a review. Yes, Airbnb may ask you to leave a review, but I didn't ask anybody. I didn't tell them give us 5 stars. I didn't say anything. I just did what I needed to do to make them feel as comfortable as possible so they can enjoy themselves. This is what I did for my family and friends first. And then somebody said, you should make this a business because you're good at hospitality. So this also ties into the fact of why I'm a host, right? I host events because I'm good at making people feel good. I'm good at sharing and finding something in somebody that they haven't noticed in themselves. I'm good at finding talent. This is also why some of my basketball teams went a long way and won championships. Anyway, the point is, if you start to look at the reviews, you start to see, wait a minute, where are my gifts? Once again, these are paragraph reviews. I'm not asking anybody to do this. So this started to realize I have a gift. So let me focus my center and my attention on helping and building a community where people can feel safe, where people can be empowered. And I started doing that. And long story short, I designed graphics for Netflix and Roku, and I decided to leave that, and I focused on healing myself holistically through the cancer with fruits and vegetables and herbs, and really just putting myself in a position of knowledge to be able to do that. I started a company, pushed out this information. We added Love Plus to our Mailbox Millionaire Academy, and it started taking off. Right, so Love Plus is our personal and business development center. We do it virtually, and we also have live events. We just finished up a live event last week in Atlanta. In your city, we might be in your city as well, but you have to check the calendar for that. Once again, look at the reviews. The reviews don't lie. I'm not asking anybody for testimonials. On the left side, I couldn't be doing this right now without my brothers, right? On the left side, my brother, Ramel, he introduced me to the idea of doing coaching virtually. So I had mentorship. During this mentorship, the day that I walked into, I don't know if y'all know, but it's called Landmark. The day I went into Landmark, I realized this is what I want to do. I want to share my story and help people get through what they're going through. I don't know why I feel like that, but I feel like I want to be connected to people. And my brother, he was just like, bro, just do it. Like, I think you already got the gift. I think you should just share your gift with other people. And I always used to share my gifts with them, right? I always share my gifts on the left, on the right. You see us, we're building, I was on the stage performing and just giving him the game. He's always picking up the game. I got my other brother, Jamel, who he's like a domino when it comes to just building. Like once he gets one thing going, all other pieces start falling right in place. And he was the first one to introduce me to the business funding aspect of this. So not only online teaching and in business funding, those components together allowed us to create a lot of power, not only within ourselves, but within the community. So some of you probably on the fence about building wealth with your family, but you can do it through this RIC method. And if you can't do it with your day ones, guess what? You could do it with your day twos. But right now, that's enough of me. Just wanted to give them a nice background so you kind of understand exactly where I'm at. Now, fast forward here today as an award-winning thinker, author, and speaker. I am now helping individuals who currently collect 5 figures, 6 figures in their business. I'm helping them build their community and scale it to retain their clients and then grow it. So that way they can have time freedom. So this is about time freedom. Somebody put time freedom in the chat. If you want time freedom, this is for you. But you need to make an agreement and a commitment to yourself. You make agreements to everyone else, but what about to yourself? Are you ready to transform your life? Will you create solutions or will you create excuses? You have to become who you need to be in order to get what you want. So you must stop holding on to who you used to be. Make sense? Y'all ready to get going? You're ready to get going? So this is about the heart work. This is not about the hard work. This is about the heart work. You must transform yourself. I don't care which level of life you're at. Maybe you're already collecting cash. You already make six figures. It does not matter. You want to get to another level and step into your seven-figure earning potential, then you must do the hard work. Now, you don't have to build a community, but you can. So we're not going to go too deep on the community aspect right now. We're going to go deep on the personal factor, the person that you should be. And first things up is the order of business. So the idea is to become more effective in less time. This is the primary focus. I'm getting ready to speed through this, so let's pick this up as we go. So becoming more effective in less time is the primary focus. Somebody put primary focus in the chat. That is what you want to do. The reason why you take transportation to work instead of walking to work is because you want to become more effective in less time. As a baby, the reason why you started walking instead of crawling is simply because you wanted to become more effective in less time. It's no different. It's no different. The reason why you order groceries or you order food is to become more effective in less time. You may not want to stand in the line at the grocery store. That's fine. You may not want to slave over the kitchen stove. That's fine. It is what it is, but everything has a price, a cost, and a payoff attached to it. Everything has a price and a cost and a payoff. If you're not moving as effective as you could be, what is the price for it? What is the cost? Sometimes there's a payoff. There's a payoff for procrastination, but procrastination is intentional. So let's move forward. The way that we're going to do it. So once again, the primary focus is becoming more effective in less time. The primary pathway to doing that is creating strategic partnerships. So even when it comes down to going to work, right? You didn't create the car, but you got a partnership. You said, hey, I'm going to pay this dealership in exchange for this vehicle. And maybe you do a monthly payment where you pay every month for this particular vehicle and they allow you to have this vehicle. That's a partnership. Maybe you say, I am DoorDash or Uber Eats. I want to order my groceries online. Somebody is contracted out via you, via the app, and then they bring your food to the door. And that is a contract. That is a strategic partnership. That is how you've gotten your groceries to the door faster than you could if you would have traveled in your car and waited in line. That's how you got your meal for Friday night and you didn't want to clean up and do the dishes for the kids and you just wanted to make sure they had something to eat. That's what it is. It's a strategic partnership. There's no difference. So I want to show you not only in business, but also personal, because everything that you do is everything that you do. The way you do one thing is how you do everything. So there's really no escaping it. So if you truly want to maximize your life as making or collecting more cash flow, the idea is not to work less. The idea is to work more. But the idea isn't to work harder, is to work higher. So you want to work higher. So the primary result of becoming more effective in less time and utilizing strategic partnerships is you create multiple streams of income. That's the primary result. Do you want multiple streams? Let me know in the chat if multiple streams is what you want. If you want multiple streams, say I want multiple streams in the chat. So I wrote this book, Becoming More Effective in Less Time. You can get a copy of that, and this can start you on your transformational journey. Think about it. When is good no longer good enough? Are you sitting on a fence right now about the dreams that you truly want? Why chase dreams when your energy, your frequency, you can attract it. See, what you tune into is what you turn into. Are you working on you? Because when you work on you, everything else works for you. So understanding that this is a cycle around you, your abilities. When you become more effective in less time, everything else starts showing up to you more effectively in less time. So yet that bank account that you truly want. And we'll talk about the bank account. You should really be having your money invested in other places, but that bank account that you truly want to look with millions of dollars or thousands of dollars, do you want that to come to you faster or you want that to come to you slower? Like who's wealthier? Because wealth is measured in time. So when we say becoming more effective in less time, it's not just about personal development, it's business development. Wealth is measured in time. The person you can make $1 million, the person that makes $1 million in 12 months is wealthier than the person that makes $1 million in 12 years. Who do you want to be? You have to decide. Think about it. You're running out of time. So time is going to decide for you. A lot of times decide for people. Father time, they call it father time. Father time will decide for you if you don't want to decide. If you are indecisive, I'm sorry, time will decide for you. That is not a life that you want. With personal and professional development, you have a life that you love. Without it, you have the life that you have. So when you talk about the average age of retirement at 65, 66, And now in 2024, it's about 70, right? Which is crazy because the life expectancy is only 77. So you mean to tell me if the average age of retirement is 65, 70, and people are living to 65, 77, maybe 80, then are you really getting to work your entire life, then retire and live your life? That it's kind of not making sense anymore, right? It's starting to feel like a trap. It's starting to feel like it's not real, where you're going to work 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life. And then when you retire, you only get 40% of your top amount of income that you've created, which is crazy because the average income is about 45, $47,000. And this is the household income. That's two incomes. So please understand. Now, when you think about it, when you break down the income, you're not really going to truly make all the money that is in the contract because you pay taxes. So when you make $50,000 a year and you're living in America, you will be taxed around 10,000 some dollars, and that means you are most likely going to have a net pay of 39 plus, right? So 39,000 and some change, which would and could equate to maybe $3,000 a month, but your expenses may be at $4,000 a month. This is why now you employ credit cards to help you stay afloat. Is this you? Let me know in the chat. This is you. You've been utilizing credit cards to stay afloat because the amount of money that you're collecting is just not enough. It seemed like it was because you factored in everything. I'm gonna make 50,000, so you broke down how much you're gonna get in a month. But then for some reason, the paychecks are just not added up. Is this you? See, you might be the one that's saving 20% of your check for a down payment for whether that's a new home or whatever it may be. But what if you could get access to $100,000 in funding in 30 days? Would that be more effective in less time? So when we got business funding for the first time, it was amazing. I got $10,000 on one card. $10,000 on one card to spend wherever I need to spend in order to bring back or collect cash. So I was bringing in some money through the Airbnb, and I was able to pay off my cards. So you don't want to use debt for more debt. You want to use debt to build wealth. That's the idea here. So if we can help you get $100,000 quicker than you can save it, faster than your job can pay you, then guess what? You're on a fast track to building wealth. But it's not just using the money on frivolous things. You want to use the money on investments, PPTs, people, places, and things. So you want to change your noun, you must change your nouns. So you must change the people, you must change the places, you must change the things that you spend your money on. So real quick, you can own an apartment building and you can create multiple streams of income, right? The idea is to create multiple streams of income from whatever it is that we do. It does not matter. Whatever it is that we do, we create multiple streams. When you go to the store, they get multiple streams of income from you, right? They charge you on whatever products that you buy. They give you a tax. You pay the tax. And they upsell you at the end and ask you if you want to donate to some organization or if you want to round up and do whatever, right? So there's multiple ways, and even bags. They ask you to tax you on bags nowadays, right? So it does not matter if they can tax a penny on a million people for a bag. That's a lot of money. Okay, so same thing when it comes to owning apartment buildings. If you are into real estate, you want to be able to create multiple streams of income. So if you have a real estate property and you're getting $3,000 a month from your property, let's add some value to it. What about if you had affiliate commissions where you got paid for the tenants using the lights? So electrical company, gas company. Like, what if you got paid for that? Every time they use that, you got paid for that. What about Wi-Fi? Every time they use the Wi-Fi, you got paid for that. So there are affiliates that you can add to your units to be able to add value and add multiple streams of income because they're going to use the lights anyway. They're going to use the gas anyway. They're going to use the Wi-Fi anyway from somebody else. It might as well be you. And what if you was able to put a washer and dryer in the unit? That's an extra $100 in the unit. What about if you had parking spaces? So these are things that you want to start to think of when you own these properties. And there's always levels to it. Somebody put level in the chat. So your next level may not be where you are currently at. It may be somewhere else. So now owning a storage facility is what we love because this is a pandemic proof business. Regardless whether it's times of thriving, people are buying more stuff, they need more places to store it, or if it's times of depression where people are in a recession, guess what? They need places to store the things that they already have. So either way, storage facilities are pandemic proof, and it would allow you to truly put yourself in a position of power to have income coming in on time and over time. Think about it. There's so many ways you can get multiple streams of income from this one facility. We already know the income from the different sizes of the units. Cool. But what about when we add vending machines in there? Because the vending machines are going to serve as a way for people to replenish their thirst, right? Or quench their thirst. They may be parched from moving, or they may just need a quick snack to get some energy going. What about the moving vehicles? Not everybody has the big enough vehicle to move the things that they want, but if it's convenient, they can use the moving vehicles that's on the campus. And you don't have to own this. You can just partner with this and make affiliates. Same thing with the Toro business. Same thing with car services. People you can charge individuals who have cars to park their cars on your lot if your lot is big enough. We have a nice sized lot in Pittsburgh area, so we could use that. You may not have that. Okay, if you don't have that, you know what you do have. You still have units that you can turn one of those units into a podcast studio where you're making $75 per hour. So forget about the month, because some of the units we're getting the units off for 35, 65, 75, $100 a month. But if you turn one of those units into a photo shoot or video shoot studio or podcast studio where you could get 75 per day, I mean per hour, then guess what? You're maximizing your business opportunity. So this is the same thing I want you to think about when it comes to whatever business that you have. What other piece could I put in place that would allow me to add more value to my customer and serve them in a better way? That's something I want you to think about. So, in a way to start thinking about this and to manifest in this life that you truly want is the assess, assign, align. So, assessment, assignment, alignment. This is the three keys to becoming a master manifester. You do this regardless whether you know it or not. But what if you can control it? Imagine that you went through your life right now, the life that you currently have right now, and you have all of these amazing things that you've accomplished. But guess what? It was all done on autopilot. You were doing all of this on autopilot. Imagine what you could do if you are doing it consciously. That's a lot of power. So take the assess, assign, align, three keys, so that way you can allow yourself to be in a position of power. So first up is assessment. As a business owner, you should be tracking your time. How much time are you spending on activities? See, we talk about these MWAs, these minimum wage activities, and these RGAs, revenue generating activities, and we want you to focus your time on which ones are you spending more of, because whatever you feed, you fuel. So if you're feeding the time of procrastination, you're going to fuel more procrastination and your results are going to be sporadic. If you're feeding minimum wage activities, you're going to get paid, you're going to be fueled with minimum wage money. Make sense? Make sense? Okay. So time tracking, you must track your time. I know it sounds cliche, but are you doing it? Are you doing it? So you might have set your calendar up. That's cool. You might complete the things that's on your calendar, but how much time are you spending there? So there's something called the 80-20 rule, right? In the 80-20 rule, you get 80% of the production from 20% of the work. So for example, if you had five employees, five employees. Out of those five employees, there's going to be one person that's doing 80% of the work. I mean, hold on, let's take it back. I told you, I'm going to equate it not only to business, but to personal. When you think about it, if you've ever been in a group setting and you did a group project, how many people are actually performing at the top level in the group? If everybody was, shout out to you, because you probably was one of the best of the best groups. But for most people, it's usually one or two people doing most of the work inside the group, and everybody else is kind of like falling on the wayside, right? So I want you to think about this. Even at your job right now, there are certain employees that kind of subpar, right? Even the children. Hey, all the children have tasks, but there's certain. Maybe if you got four kids, there's like one child who's really doing most of the work. The idea here is to let this work for you. So even you in your business, there's something that you're doing where the 20% is giving you 80%, but you're spending 100% of the hours just doing stuff. So that means 80% of the time you're just kind of randomly doing stuff, whether that's scrolling the internet, whether that's swiping on unnecessary things, whether that's stopping and reading, whether that's stopping and starting. Like there's something that you're doing that is a minimum wage activity that if you was to delegate it to somebody else, it would give you more freedom and flexibility. Somebody put freedom and flexibility in the chat. So goal setting, the goals is goal setting and tasks are two different things. So when you write down your goals, you must make it a smart goal. You must make it measurable. You must make it obtainable. You must make it time bound. You must really make it relatable and able to be relative to what it is that you're doing. So if you currently collect $50,000 a year, let's not make your money goal $1 million a year because that jump is crazy. But what if we can do it incrementally? So, what are your money goals? Put your money goals in the chat. Put your money goals in the chat. If you are looking to create $100,000 per month, but you only collect $10,000 right now, so put what you currently collect in the chat as well. If you only currently collect $10,000 a month, but you want to collect $100,000 a month, there's something that you must do. The reason why the hard work is important is because that $90,000 difference is what is costing you to stay the same. Some of us want change but don't want to change. So personal development, put your personal development goals. Do you want to speak better? Because you think about it. Most of us just want to get the money and do less. That's not how it works. If you want to make more money, collect more cash, you must do more. See, but you could do more in less time and you can have more time freedom. That's the goal. So what is your business goal? Well, how much revenue do you want to bring in? How many people do you want to serve? How many people do you want to help? What's the transformation do you want to cause? Environmental goals. Do you want to help your environment? Do you want to live in a new place? Are you a warm weather individual, but you're living in cold weather? Like, think about it. It doesn't really serve you, right? If you're living in cold weather, but you're a warm weather person, you might get seasonal depression, where during the winter times, you're not as productive that as you want to be. You're not as productive as you want to be during the winter time. But guess what? It trickles down to the summer. So now you haven't been as productive as you wanted to be, or winter, so you've been distracted. But now the sun is out and it's shining. So now you want to enjoy the sun and you want to enjoy and go on vacation. And look what it just did. You didn't really maximize your time because you were so busy fighting an element of your environment that you wasn't even elevating in your environment. Mm. Think about it. So if you're a warm weather person, you thrive more in warm weather, you should be focused on moving to a warmer weather state. Or you should make your home so warm that you are able to do work and able to create the things that you want to create. So when you think about this, what is your health goals? So lifestyle goals, relationship goals, all of these goals play a factor into how effective you are on your business. If you have a relationship where your relationship is the main focus and you could barely get anything done, as soon as work is done, your significant other just wants you to lay with them, or they want you to take them out, or they just want all of your extra time that you have from your job, and now you're not able to put extra time into yourself or into your business. So these goals, you must have these goals. You must have this lifestyle goals. Are you spending way too much? I know I just came off of a road trip for 3 weeks and I spent about $7,000. I don't know, to some people that might crash you out. You spend $7,000 in 3 weeks, that might be too much for you. Some other people, you spend $7,000 in 3 weeks, that's good because some people spending $10,000 a day. So, which lifestyle do you truly want? So, the difference between a goal and a task, you must know the difference. The difference between a goal and a task is the goal is the mind state. The goal is the place that you want to be. The task is what helps you get there. So, if your goal is, I want to live in a warm weather state, what are the tasks that's going to help you get there? How much is it going to cost you to get there? Do you need to look at opportunities in real estate to be able to move? Like, well, you have to have some sort of task. If your goal is to create a dinner for five, okay, what's the task? You have to go get the groceries, you have to prepare it, or if you want to become more effective in less time, you just order enough for five people. but you're still doing a task to get to a goal. Make sense? You're still going to do tasks to get to the goal. The task helps you get to the goal. So one of the tasks I'm tasking you with right now is developing that mindset of a commercial real estate investor. Why do you want to develop the mindset of a commercial real estate investor? Because the real estate investor is going to look for opportunities in the midst of obstacles. So there may be a lot of obstacles going on. There may be some things that could be blocking the deal, but the mindset of that commercial real estate investor, I'm going to get this deal done. That's what I want you to do. I want you to think the same way. What are you going through? You must get through what you're going through because you will. But see, how long is it going to take you? Time heals a lot of wounds, and some people say time heals all wounds, but how much time are you going to give to this reality that you're faced with before it changes? Because you're going to be the one to change it, whether you believe it or not. There's nobody else that's coming to change it for you. So you must overcome your obstacles. That is a must. OYO, you must overcome your obstacles. It's going to happen. But how fast could it happen? That's on you. You must know your role. The commercial real estate investor, he or she knows her or his role. They know their role. Hey, my role is to make sure this deal gets done. That's my role. I need to make sure this deal gets done, whether they're syndicating or whether they're just, a capital partner. They say, hey, look, I need to get this done. So your pain turns into your power, and then you can walk in your purpose. See, the real estate investor is saying, I don't have the property under control. That's where the pain is at. I need to make sure I can get this property under control. They partner with someone who may have the lead, who may, truly be the seller in this particular business, and they know their role. They're going to search for the pain and turn it into the power. So if the person could be a motivated seller, what's the motivation? Well, why do you want to sell? Oh, you want to retire and spend time with your family? How much does that mean to you? What is it worth to you? And then they use it for the purpose of creating the deal. So they build that relationship with that person, let them know, hey, look, I'm willing to take this property on. I did my due diligence, and the property is worth about 250,000. And you know what? It does need some repairs, so I'm gonna take off about 40,000. But guess what? That's beneficial to you because you could spend more time putting that $40,000 into this to fix these issues and then sell it at the price that you truly want, which is 250. Or I could just take off that from your hands and I could just take care of that while you can have more time to go spend with your family. The choice is really yours. I'm here to serve in the way that I can. And from that, now they see, all right, cool. All right, I'm down with that. I don't have to worry about that. Take over. $40,000 is going to get spent anyway, so I might as well just have more time because time is more valuable to them. So you see how knowing your role and being able to take the pain and turn it into power to walk into your purpose or use it on purpose, this is what creates the result and manifests for you to have that deal. So when we did the financial physical, we want to help you turn your desires into dollars. So if you did the financial physical and the difference was 90,000, that was the example that we used. They wanted to collect 100,000 and they currently make 10,000. The difference is 90,000. That's what it's costing them to stay the same. So when you now see that you are desiring something that you have to turn it up a little bit. See, when I said this world is mathematical, think about it. One plus one equals two. If you have the money and the property is available and you pay the money and a person who's selling it to you wants you to have it, okay, then you can get the property. So one plus one equals two. But when you look at it, right, it's mathematical, simple plus. What's a plus symbol? Just two lines crossing each other. But guess what? That plus symbol can also be a multiplication symbol because all you got to do is just turn it up a little bit, just turn it a little bit, and it turns into an X, right? Turns into the multiplication sign. So in your life, if you're not getting the results, you're currently only making $10,000, but you want to collect 100,000, and the difference is 90. You must go from being a person that is A $10,000 a month person to a $90,000 a month person. So you must turn it up a notch. The intensity, everything that you do, you must turn it up. So if it took you 3 years to get things done that could have taken you 3 days, you now got to get it done in 3 days. You have to be the person that becomes more effective in less time. That's what multiplication is. It's just being more effective in less time. But how do you do that? You turn up the intensity. You turn up your capacity. So instead of saying I can't, you look for all the ways that you can. That's your new assignment. Instead of saying you can't, you look for all the ways that you can. When it comes to building your business out, how many ways could you build your business out? There's a million ways. But what's going to help you turn up the intensity and move faster? If you hire the experts. See, when you hire the experts, guess what? You're turning that dial from the plus symbol to the multiplication symbol. Yeah, it might cost you a little more money, right? That might be the price. You might give up some money, but that's all that is costing you is money. What's the gain? What's the payoff? You now get more money. So wait a minute. If I spend a little money, I can get more money. It's a no-brainer trade-off. Think about it. If I spend a little money, I can get gas, and I can use that gas in my tank to drive to get more money. That's a no-brainer. You pay for gas. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer because it's going to give you more money. So your assignment is to put you in positions of powers where it gives you more money. It doesn't mean frivolously spend your money. It just means put yourself in a place where you're going to garner more money. So, what's the assignment here? What is your assignment in your life as a business owner? You must hire the experts. I'm telling you, this is not something new, but you already know this. This is why your job hired you, right? Because you are an expert and they hired you. So if you follow the same process of the corporate world, so it comes down to two ways. Either you're going to be an employee or you're going to be an employer. Which one do you want? Which one do you want? Do you want to be the employee? Do you want to be the employer? See, the employee, yeah, you're going to get a paycheck every 2 weeks. Yeah, it's going to happen. But guess what? You only get a fraction of that paycheck that you truly could be getting if you was the employer. See, don't get me wrong though. They both have a give and a take. See, with that employer, you comes with way more responsibility. So now not only are you responsible for yourself, you're responsible for everyone else. As the employee, you're only responsible for you, only responsible for yourself. So it's a give and take. See, when you're only responsible for yourself, you make a little bit more money. I mean, you make a little bit less money because God, remember, God wants you to be the person. You really want to have that $1 million life. You must be the person that can have more responsibility. You must be the person that can give more to others. You must be the person that can be that individual who can withstand the obstacles and turn them into opportunities. You must be that person. See, when you're dealing with more people, this is about working higher. This is spiritually higher. You're higher on a spiritual plane. When you're dealing with more people, you're managing more people, you're working higher on a spiritual plane. When you're just working for yourself or you're just dealing with yourself as an employee, you're less higher on a spiritual plane. And this is a given thing. This is why you make a little bit less money. And God knows this, and you know it, and we all know it. But we complain and act like we deserve raises, but we are not raising our level of spirituality. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Am I coming at somebody? So you must raise your assignment. You must raise the stakes. You must raise the risks. Somebody put raise the risks in the chat. You must raise the risk. You're not raising the risk enough. You're not risking enough. You're just not risking enough. You're playing it too safe. But guess what? There isn't any safety. As an employee, you're more likely to have less safety. Like at any moment, they can cut you loose. Did I tell y'all when I was doing the graphics for Netflix and Roku, I took 30 days out out the office, but I still worked because all of my work is online. I never really miss days. I have a lot of days. I never miss days. What's the point of missing days when I could just get the work done? I don't need to miss days. It's online. I could just do my work. It's not a big deal. Even if I got sick, and I barely got sick until I had the gastroesophageal reflux disease, right? And I had this cancer. When I had this cancer, I lost over 55 pounds in 41 days. I could not believe this. I used to cry in the bathroom and I'm like dealing with a lot. I became bulimic, right? I have food eating disorder. And during this time, I told them, I said, hey, talking to my vice president, I said, hey, man, um, can I like take time off of work? And I'm gonna still work. I just don't want to come into the office because it's taking me 2 hours to get here. I'm in traffic. It's a lot going on with New York City's transportation service. And at that point in time, I said, you know what? I'll take Ubers and whatever. It doesn't matter. But they allowed me to stay. And then 30 days later, they called me back and tell me to make a decision. They said, either you come into the office full time or you find a new place of employment. And I couldn't believe it because I'm always showing up for these individuals, for my team, my company. I'm always showing up. And I realized, okay, so there's not really any security here. At any time they feel like they can let you go, they will let you go. At any time they feel like, oh, we need to downsize or cut costs, if you're the person that's not hasn't been performing, they might just cut you. All right. So the reality of it, there's no security here. So I realized I needed to become more effective in less time. I said, wait a minute. You know what? I'll come into the office, but don't I have all of these vacation days and 6 days that I've never used? They said, yeah. I said, can I use them? They said, sure, why not? I said, okay, I'm going to use all my vacation days. I'm going to use them all. I told them that straight up. I'm going to use them all because I still need a lot of time to recover. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do half and half. Can y'all compromise with me? They said, sure, no problem. I'm going to take off every Monday and every Friday. So what I essentially did was created a 4-day weekend and a 3-day work week. Guess what I did though, y'all? Guess what I did? I became more effective in less time. I already had the Airbnbs going. I already had the studio going. We had our real estate deal. Think about it. I worked 3 days a week and got paid 5 days a week. Wait a minute. There's people that only work 3 days a week and get paid 5 days. Think about it. There's the salary that you make in a year, somebody makes in a day. The salary that you make in a year, somebody makes that monthly. The salary that you make in a year, somebody makes that in an hour. That is a reality. I'm telling you right now because I realized it for myself. I was working only 3 days a week while everybody else in the office was working 5 days a week. That showed me. It literally showed me it is possible. And from there, I gave myself the assignment. We have to become the stars of our movie because too much I've been a background extra in somebody else's. I was too busy being good that I forgot about my greatness. That is you. You've been too busy being good. So the way that you speak with more passion and more control and more articulation. Be that individual. Connect higher spiritually, not only with yourself, but with God. Please be a person of love and connection. This is who you are. You get this one opportunity to live. Be that star. Have that main character energy because you are the creator of your world. If you want to make $1 million a month, you can, but it's going to take a different level of expertise. It's going to take a different level of responsibility. It's going to take a different level of risks. Are you willing to take the risk? See, you missed 100%, and this right here says 1,000% of the shots you failed to create. You are creating the shots to take. Success is in the process. It's in your journey. There's something right now. You can get paid to be who you are right now from the experiences you have right now. I was able to get paid to be who I am, who I was, and who I will be. This is the same matter for you. This is how you get paid to be you. This is how you become more effective in less time. So the success is in the process. First of all, understand your finances. You can teach people how to control their finances based upon if you did well with yours. Don't teach people how to control their finances if you don't even understand yours. See, money is meant to be moved. Money is meant to be in motion. See, money is an exchange of energy. What is energy? Energy is waves, current. If you was to wave your hand right now in the air and you wave it, you're going to feel energy. Why is that? Because we're all surrounded by energy. We are energy beings. This world is frequency based. Whatever you see frequently becomes your frequency. If you are frequently spending your money, you will frequently see that you don't have any money to invest. If you are frequently investing your money, you will frequently see that you have a lot of money to invest. This is how it goes. So let's pick and choose a side because the most powerful tool in the world is a made up mind. So let's make up our mind and make a decision. Sometimes we have to be mad to make a decision. And I understand that this may be a cliche thing, but this is the reality. So understanding your finances are number one. If you want to create more money, you need to know what your finances are. What's one of the things in finances that we need to know? Expenses. You need to know how much you are spending. I'm telling you right now. Telling you right now. I didn't believe I could spend $50,000 in a month when I used to make $50,000 in a year on investments. So please, understanding your finances, cash flow recovery. Are you spending on things that's unnecessary? Just because you got the money, you spend $5 here, $10 here, $20 here, $50 here, $100 here because you have it. How many times are you doing that? This has to be tracked. Remember, we said track your time, track whatever it is that you're doing. Now we're saying track your finances. You must track your finances. Okay, I may be beating a dead horse or something, but you must become a student, not only to your finances, but to yourself. Know what habits that you're creating, because this is the thing that you may not see, right? You ever have a family member who is a person, they may not be aware of the things that they're doing, but they constantly do something. And every time you call it out, they're like, oh, but what do you mean though? They just may not be aware because they haven't studied themselves. You must study yourself. You must be a student to the game, a student to your expertise, a student to your field. You must constantly be a student, studious, studying. This is a mandatory thing because this is what's going to help you create your execution. If you're practicing your public speaking, practicing your pitch, practicing understanding why somebody else may purchase your services or not, or what problems are having, and you could what problems are happening, and then how you can have the solution for it. If you're practicing this, you're studying this, and you're noticing this, guess what? It's going to be easy for you to allow yourself to put yourself in a position to make more money. It just is, because you're going to know what pain people are dealing with and how to solve their pain. You're going to know what trends people are dealing with and how to stop them from harming themselves, self sabotage. But if you're just focused on you, then all you get is just you. But if you focus on everything, including you get everything, including your time, including your space. So execution. And execution comes from confidence. So the studying comes from confidence. The studying preparation. So the biggest thing that you need to do is prepare more. Preparation. Preparation is going to preparation is going to give you the things that would allow you to be prepared for your destination. So these obstacles are really preparation for your destination. The issues that you're dealing with are testing your character. Who could you be? Could you be better? Could you handle the situation better? As we get ready to come to a close, the last one, once again, is an alignment. So you must be in alignment with your assignment. What is your assignment? Who are you? What are you the possibility of? I promise you, doing this will change your life. Who I am is the possibility of love, connectivity, and financial prosperity. Create three possibilities for yourself. I know you're a possibility of a million things. I know we all are. But just choose three. When you choose three, stand on business on those three. Guess what's going to happen for you? You're going to see things unfold just like the way you want. So the idea is to think, what do you want to show up into your life? I wanted love to show up into my life. Losing my parents growing up, going to 7 different schools in 9 years, being separated from my family, always meeting new friends. Where's the true love at? I never truly had the love of the mother and the father, like the biological mother and father. That's a love that I've been missing. But you know what? It can be built through community, because my grandmother showed me. She showed me that the power of community, you don't have to get rich with your day ones. You can get rich with your day twos. Some of your day one family members may not even be as close as your day two family members. You might have some friends who became your family, but your friends who became your family more powerful than family that was your family to begin with. So my grandmother showed me this. She showed me the power of community. She showed me the power of love and connectivity. She used to take me to the Kingdom Halls. My grandfather, they used to take me there, and we used to share in these ideas of becoming more spiritually higher. And that's why I say I'm gonna take y'all to the church for entrepreneurs, the Kingdom Hall for the kings and queens, the mosque for the moguls, the temple for the triumphant, because the spiritual work must get done. You must be in alignment with who you say you are. You say you're a person of love, you're a child of God, but do you follow God? Do you actually believe in God? Are you operating at the highest capacity? Do you believe that you're wealthy? Do you believe that you're abundant? See, this is what God already bestowed in you. So are you taking that and using it? Or are you allowing yourself to be a victim of your silence and suffering? I don't know, but I know if I stand up and I say something and you can hear me, you will stand up. You might say something, you might be able to hear you. And that way you operate at your highest potential. So as we close out, what's going to be your alignment? You must be accountable. See, I had to stay in alignment with the idea of creating a community of love, connectivity, and financial prosperity. Because the moment I get out of alignment is the moment I feel struggle. So if you're feeling struggle in your life, guess what? That means you're out of alignment. All you have to do is just align yourself. It's not a negative, it's just a notification. See, the phones and the computers and all of these technology is made after the human mind. It's made after us. That's why they're building AI so great, right? It's made after us. We are the mirrors of each other. That's why there aren't any mirrors in nature. You might see a reflection, but there aren't any mirrors. See, the reason why you can't see yourself is because God knew that you would see yourself in others and you could see others in yourself. But how do you do that? By connecting with each other. So by having strategic partnerships. So you must be in alignment with your partnerships. Whoever's your friends and family, they must align with your goals because you might be begging your family and friends to help you on this journey, but they can't hear you. You're talking to a wall. So you might not get rich with your day ones, but you can get rich with your day twos. You might not be able to heal and build with your day ones, but you can heal and build with your day twos. So healing is an important part of accountability. Your commitment, your confidence, your concentration, your composure, your ability to stay calm and matters when things get tough because you are tougher. So focus. Fulfilling obligations consistently until successful. This, I'm telling y'all think it's about some secret. It's not secret. It's a system. And the system is the system of you. How much better could you be as a person? Are you tracking your time? Are you staying committed and finishing tasks? Are you on time? Are you early? Like these are the things. Are you time blocking? Are you having more revenue generating activities or minimum wage activities? These are the things. This is it. This is the PPTs. Which people? Are you having mentors? Are you having people who are already operating high in spaces that you want to be in or that you are in already? Are you hiring the experts to do the task or are you looking to just do everything yourself? You want to fix your car yourself. And now it's taking you 8 months to fix your car when it could have just taken 8 hours for the dealership to fix your car. You're scared to pay a couple extra dollars because that's the mindset. You want to eliminate that and you want to be able to know that you are abundant. So the money that you spend are money on investments. So those are the places that you spend your money in. You're going to get the things back as well that you invest into. So you're going to get it all back. So it's no big problem. I'm focused. Okay, so we're gonna eliminate distractions, eliminate multitasking because split focus causes inconsistencies. So you may wonder why you may have inconsistency. It's because you're split focused. You have a little bit of doubt and you got a little bit of faith. Don't mix fear and faith. Don't mix fear and faith. I'm telling you right now, if you believe in God and you believe God is almighty, then why do you have fear? If God is all knowing, you believe in Allah, you believe in Jehovah, then why are you fearing? I don't get it. I don't understand. If you are protected by the Most High, if you're protected by the true God, then what are you fearing? There's nothing to fear. So have belief over doubt because every word you speak, every action you take is a seed that you sow for the garden of your future. Do you want a fruitful future or a fruitless future? Which one? So as we come to a wrap, believe it before you see it. This is a technique I want you to do. I want you to do creative visualization. So create the vision of your experience you want to have in your mind and feel it. Feel yourself feeling and experience and success. Because when you believe and you feel, you make it real. Like this is why you can watch a movie and you start crying from the actor that nothing even happened to the actor. Nothing happened to this person. But you over here crying. Why? Because you felt it and you made it real. And now you're crying real tears. Or when you're watching a horror movie and somebody jumps out the book, that didn't even happen. It's all made up. But you feel it because the mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. So stop imagining yourself being broke. Stop imagining yourself being lame. Stop imagining yourself saying, I can't do it. How about you imagine that you can? You imagine that you will. You come from greatness. You are chosen. If you believe in God, you're a child of God. That means you are God like. You were made in the image. I want you to understand that. Please understand it. So, last but not least, overcoming your obstacles. That is a necessary tool. All of these obstacles, document them, write it down. Write it down because literally this is a solution and you're going to get paid for your solutions. That's all everybody gets paid for. Everybody gets paid for the solution. Everybody. That's all we all get paid for is your solution. See, but the key thing is focusing on the problem. Most people are too focused on the problem, they can't see the solution. But if you're focused on a solution and you know the problem, you can create the problem with higher, greater spirituality, which means a higher, greater quality. And if you could create a solution with a higher, greater quality, you get paid more. Think about it. There's certain clothing items or certain items that are made with a certain material, a cheaper material, and they get paid a little bit less. They're fine with that. And then there's certain clothing or certain items that are made with a higher material and they get paid more and they're ecstatic about that. That's all they do. And it's your choice to see which cloth are you cut from? Do you want to cheat yourself? Everybody want to cheat code in a hack. Do you want to cheat yourself? Or do you want to treat yourself? I don't know about y'all, but I think if y'all the best of the best, the top of the top, the cream of the crop, you want to treat yourself. So the way to treat yourself is to overcome your obstacles because behind every obstacle is an opportunity for you to show your greatness. It's opportunity to prepare you for your destination. It's your preparation. I'm telling you, this is not just some fancy, fluffy words. This is the reality. This is spiritual work. It's really easy when you think about it. It's not hard. But as humans, we complicate things. So that's it for today. You want to stay in alignment with your assignment. So you want to do the assessment. You want to make sure you do the assignment, and then you want to make sure you do the alignment. Just utilizing these three tools right here will transform your life. I am living proof of it. I'm not making this up. If you ever see me in real life, you ever see me, you know it's real. It's not a fake. It's not a fluff. It's not something I'm doing as a front. This is who I am. I get paid to be me. I get a lot of money to get paid to be me. I help my family. I help my friends as much as I can, but I can't do it for anybody. I can't even do it for you. But you can hire the experts. You hire me to help you. I help you get to that next level. So I'll put this in the chat. I'll put this in the chat really fast. I'm going to put loveplus.com in the chat and my phone number. This is my business number, 646-787-0689. Send me a message. If you need help, send me a message with the word help. If you need help to grow your business, to grow your community, to get paid to be you, whatever it is, if it's a one-on-one consultation you need, if it's resources, whatever you need within your life, your personal and professional development, both, not one, not the other, both. If you need help, it is right here in the chat. It is right here in the chat. Okay. Go ahead and text me the word help. I'm telling you right now, you are amazing. You are whole. You are complete. There's nothing that's going to stop you but you. The greatest tool in the world is a mind. The most powerful tool in the world is a made-up mind. I'm not here to sell you. I'm just here to help you make up your mind. If you want to go to that next level and get paid to be you, I just told you I spent $7,000 in 3 weeks from traveling. I got to get all the money back. So the way that I do it is I collect all of this content. I've used it as advertisement and leverage to sell my products, to sell my consultations and sell my community because we are here together to grow, to build. And I want to show you how to do the exact same thing. If this is something that you want to do, text me the word help or go to loveplus.com and you can message support. I have some free trainings on there for you as well. So you can go ahead and use that. All you need to do is sign up and become a member on the site. Guess what? We have mogul meetups and in-person events for you as well. If you are in the areas of the mogul meetups, we will send out messages. So this is very important that you do sign up so you can get our email blast, and you'll get the products or the services. We have discounted rates for all the members. And on top of it, you grow crew coins, which are the coins that allow you to have discounts as well. And not only that, we do retreats and giveaways. So if you want to be on the next giveaway or you want to be on the next retreat or you want to go just have a nice getaway, this is something that you could be part of. This is your new family. Welcome to the world of Love Plus with our Mailbox Millionaire Academy. I'll see y'all soon. Peace, love, and beautiful energy. If you want to join our school community, also, you can use that same number and text me the word school, and I'll give you the link to our school community. Only $47 a month, a steal of a deal. Please understand, we have everything in the library for you to take advantage of. Everything from life insurance classes, how to move the money around with the finance strategies. Not only that, the real estate strategies, commercial, we have residential, we have grant writing, we have everything that you need, funding, credit, whatever it is that you need to take your business to the next level. We have that inside of our school, and you can go in there and do it yourself and get all the information. If you want my help, that is just message me the word help and you'll be able to get that. Once again, that's 646-787-0689. I will see y'all later. Peace, love, and beautiful energy. You are the best of the best, the top of the top, the cream of the crop. Believe that.